cannot fucking stop myself. I cannot fucking stop myself tonight. I figured if I'm gonna go over the calorie deficit, I might as well just bring you right into the fucking feast. We got some Kodiak cakes going hard. I am so far beyond my calorie number for the day. I can't even see it. I'm looking in the rear view. I can't even see it. I think I might have had 10 pancakes tonight. I'm just making them. And listen, there's a part of me that's like, my body needs these freaking calories because something's a little off with my deficit right now. And there's also a part of me that's just like, oh my God, eating fucking food late at night when I'm hungry as fuck and just ready to devour. Sometimes it's just the best. So listen, this is not perfect. I have been loosely tracking these final calories. We got the Kodiak cakes. We got some whole milk. Not doing this light calorie style. We got swim coming up tomorrow. I would guess that I'm at close to 6,000 calories on the day. The number that I've been hitting is 2,500, 2,460 actually, right? And I just hit that on the number the last 3 days, but on my ride today, I'm like, dude, I'm not eating enough. I gotta eat more. And so this is a little bit of the, probably should have a better process right here than this. Super light for like 3 days. Going fucking wild. The next. Oh man, but listen, we'll live to fight another day. This is gonna be the last pancake. I need to promise myself right here that this is the last pancake, okay? I need to be honest too. I have put away the Kodiak cakes. I think this is the third time that it came back out. So listen, sometimes this happens. Sometimes this happens. We got the milk. The milk has been put away and brought back out multiple times as well. Make sure the heat is good. We got to get these nice and juicy. That's kind of spilling over the edge. Check that right there. Come on now. Let that heat up. The syrup and the butter has been in effect as well, which not exactly cutting calories on that. So listen, this is what we got. We got swim in the morning. What I'm telling myself right now is that, listen, my muscle glycogen is getting fueled up. And my swim tomorrow, I'm going to be full of energy. So listen, this is just the reality of what's going down right now. I feel like I'd be a bit of a fraud to just roll into tomorrow and be like, hey guys, new day, brand new morning. And not be like, hey, we need to fucking attack the shit out of this Friday because this Thursday night, we are going hard in the kitchen. And that's not really the move that we're looking for. So I'm learning in real time, and I will see you guys in the morning. All right, so we had a little change of plans here. If you're new to the channel, you might not know, my wife is a doula. And last night, we have some babies being born. And so I've been holding down some solo dad duty, which means the plan to swim, well, we got to adjust the plan. Now, how do I think about a situation like this? Well, first thing is like, what is the lowest bar for getting a little bit of movement first thing in the morning to just set my day up feeling good? Like, just because I can't go swim, just because I can't go on a run or a ride, like I gotta be home, that doesn't mean that I still can't get a little bit of time outside, get a little blood flow, get some hydration, get my body just feeling good for the day. And especially coming off the fact that I had a lot of food yesterday, a lot of food last night. This to me is like, hey, I just want something that can move me forward a little bit. And so what we got cooking, half gallon here with electrolytes. Already just hydrating in the morning makes me feel so good. If I do not get a bunch of water down in the first hour, honestly, already I'm shaky. We got a little Americano. We got Leadville Marathon finisher mug. That's pretty cool. And then the movement here, we are basically just looking to get some direct sun some circadian rhythm action. I'm into that. I don't know if you're into that, but to me, that definitely makes a difference for how my body just starts to alert itself and prime up for the day. And then I'm a very big fan. Should we get the camera angle down a little bit? I'm a very big fan of just kind of like bouncing around. Ooh, turn it into like a little bit of a dance. Ooh, do a little breathing with it. Turn it into a little bit of a track warm-up. A few jumping jacks. Maybe a little bit of a stretch. Oh, my quads are still a little tight from Wednesday's quad thrashing lift. Little bit of forward bend, a little bit of side. And so you really got to remember that, like, yeah, we do want to be able to go, you know, the 90-minute ride is great, right? When the Masters swim happens, you know, we love that. We get pumping, we get moving, we're training. But the foundation of it all is living a lifestyle of movement and a lifestyle of time outside. And I have found extreme value in being cool to check down to, like, hey, I can just spend 5 or 10 minutes outside in the morning, and like that can at least set my day up to have me feeling good. And then I don't even know when my wife's gonna be back, so I gotta pounce on whatever the window is to train today, and we might flex the training. You know, I'm not even sure that I'll definitely swim today. Might have to get my second swim in on the weekend. Little value on playing with a lead. If I gotta go swim on Saturday or Sunday, well, now that swim might actually only be 2,200 yards. So that's a little bit about what we got going on here. Nothing really fancy. A lot of it is just getting some, like, it's almost like a lymphatic flush, if you're into that. That's some breath of fire. I like to go through that a little longer, but I'm not going to keep that in the whole video. But yeah, that's what we got. Pig, say what's up. Say hi, Pig. Oh, all right. Now time to go play with Jack Jack. All right, we are making this swim happen. We are on the way to the pool. We got a little window of time here that revealed itself as an opportunity to pounce. Jack is napping, Chelsea is home. I got a little window here, late lunch opportunity to go get this swim in. And I could ride right now, but I don't want to have to deal with getting to the pool on the weekend. So we're just gonna bang this bitch out and get the body moving. Now, the truth of today is how to bounce back from massively overeating. Massively overeating. That was yesterday. I wouldn't go as far as to describe my food intake last night as a binge, but it was a mass amount of volume. The win was that I kept it pretty clean for the most part. I mean, the Kodiak cakes and rice cakes, those are pretty much the two things that every time I had one, I was like, I think that's gonna satisfy me. And then 2 minutes later, I'm like, I need another one. I need another one. And yeah, that was a 6,000 calorie day. That is not in the protocol for me. But I also woke up today feeling better than I would have expected. So there is a little bit of a degree of my body kind of needing a little bit of a refeed, but that was to a degree that was too extreme. Let's not try to convince ourselves here that that was necessary. Now, the vision on today, it was very important for me to get some sunlight and a little bit of movement just to start the day, just like bouncing around in the yard, stretching out. Like, I didn't have an opportunity to go get training in first thing in the morning, but I need to move like that if I want to be feeling good about myself. most of the day so far, I've just been hydrating really well, trying to get my pee going. Basically, when you crush freaking food like that, I actually only woke up 1.2 pounds heavier than the day before. I was 178.0 yesterday, and I woke up 179.2 this morning. So for that much food, and for my body to only be a pound up, what I've been observing this whole week coming off of my trip is that my body has just been feeling a little bit of stress. And it's been holding on to some inflammation. Like, I got back from the trip and I'm like, I should be 175 pounds, and I've been like 179, 180. And so I can just like feel that something's just going on in my body. Now, the vision today and how I think about training after I've eaten too much like that is this swim is basically going to be I'll call it low intensity, but dynamic. Hopefully you can follow along with what that means. So what I don't see successful or feel like is beneficial for my body is if I have like a lot of food and then I train without eating anything, and then all of a sudden I blast it as like a high intensity training session. I hear a lot of guys like think that if they're training fasted and like blasting high intensity, that they're like burning more calories because they have like pretty much empty reserves going into the training session. And that is not how I observe it really working. What's going to impact what you're burning in the training session is the intensity of the training session. Plain and simple. Low intensity training is going to burn more fat, and as your intensity increases, your carb burning increases as well. Now, for today's training session, I haven't eaten anything before going into this, mainly just because I had a ton of food yesterday and I feel like my body just needs to chill. And so the vision for today's swim is that I'm gonna keep it low intensity, but I'm not just gonna do like something steady and lazy. Instead, what I'm gonna do is a really dynamic swim. So I'm gonna have some building pace sets, I'm gonna use some paddles, and I'm even gonna throw in some IM. And the comparison to a ride might be like, hey, it might be like a zone 2 ride, but I'm gonna spend some time in aero. I'm gonna spend some time getting out of the saddle. I'm gonna let my heart rate rise a little bit and get pumping a little bit going up some climbs. I'm gonna do a little bit of speed stuff, right? And none of these are gonna vary enough or be intense enough that it's considered a high intensity training session where now like I'm blasting a carb burning session where my body is, you know, my stomach doesn't have fuel in it. I'm not obviously fasted. Oh shit. I'm obviously not fasted right now in the sense that like I haven't had fuel to eat. Get this right here. I'm trying to clarify. I wonder if that makes sense. There's a difference. I was sharing something on this online the other day. Like, there's a difference between training fasted and training with muscles that are depleted. That would be that. I think that would be the core of what I'm getting at. Training fasted, I mean, technically if you don't have food, it's fasted, but my muscles are very fed. And so I want to put the fed amount, the fed degree, the muscles being fed and fueled, I want to put that to use, but I'm not necessarily looking to do a high intensity training session because in a sense I have not had fuel going into this, and it's now been a while. I mean, it's into the afternoon, so maybe that makes sense, maybe it doesn't. Point of the day is that we're gonna get this swim in a tight window of time, and we're gonna get these 5,000 yards on the week and these 2 swims to hit our floor goal. So that's what we got. I will see you after the swim. All right, that was legit. That was legit for a little 2,200 yard swim. That might have been one of my better ones. The skill that we're working on today is like speed to get back on the horse. Diet mistake yesterday, but hey man, we can still wake up and listen, today's a new day. Like, we can wake up and we can attack this day with some really small wins to start. We can get some movement, some sunlight wins. We can get some hydration wins. We can get some food-related wins, like pausing on food intake, right? Don't need to turn it into a big whole ordeal of oh, I'm gonna fast for 72 hours now. But no, man, like I just freaking overloaded my system. I can give it a break. And now all of a sudden we're into the afternoon and got kind of a full body pump of a swim going. If you're looking for a swim set, I did started with 3 300s using the snorkel, the pull buoy, and the paddles, just like getting smooth with it. And then the main set, if you don't have flippers, the IM stuff is aggressive as fuck. If you are not an IM swimmer, but if you get flippers on, it totally changes the game. Being able to do butterfly with flippers is sick. And so I was doing 100 IM directly into 150 free, all with flippers. So like fly, back, breast, free, and then 150 free. I did like 3 of those, and then I did some descending sets with paddles. So yeah, that was a good pump. And listen, man, it's all about one mistake. If you make one, like, what am I gonna expect that I never want to freaking crush Kodiak cakes in the kitchen when I've been in a freaking calorie deficit and I've been doing 10 plus hours of training a week and my body is screaming for more fuel? Like, I got to learn from that. I probably got to up my daily calories. That 2460 I don't think is enough. I think I got to get to like 2800 and see what happens then. That might not be the perfect solution, but it's like, hey, this is just the process, man. This is the process of learning and testing on your body, like being a self-experiment. To me, being an N of 1, they call it, experimenting on myself, looking to learn something, that completely overrides the need to use like willpower. Now, could I have used some willpower yesterday at freaking 8:30 in the evening when I'm on like my 6th Kodiak cake? Yeah, probably. But I haven't been needing to tap into willpower too much in the 3 weeks I've been counting macros, because I've been like learning the whole time, like, oh shit, it's like a game. Like, oh, how much freaking carbs do I have left? How much protein do I have left? And then back to the idea of like, hey, one mistake doesn't need to turn into a string of days that are off. Like, I want to get right back on the horse. And again, like, this doesn't need to be, I didn't need to go swim 5,000 yards and like punish myself. I don't need to go fast for 3 days and like punish myself. I can just do a couple of the basics really well. 2,200 yard swim, and get back, be with my family. Like, I'm not looking to be out all day training today. Setting myself up then for tomorrow. I got to ride tomorrow. Got to figure out some family plans. It might be the first trainer ride of the year. We'll see. We'll see. But that's pretty much what's going down right here. And I feel like I got momentum back. I did not feel like I had momentum last night, and I feel like I got momentum back now. So that's the challenge for you. The challenge for you is, hey, you make one mistake, good. Now we got the opportunity, right? What kind of idiot would think they'd never make a mistake, right? But now one mistake, instead of that being a setback, that becomes an opportunity to get back on the horse, to lower the bar, raise the execution, to do something first thing in the day that gets you back on track, that prioritizes yourself. Right? I'm not starting my day after a freaking binge. I'm not starting my day just getting right on my computer and sitting at my freaking kitchen table for 5 straight hours. Like, no way, man. I'm stretching out, I'm getting outside, I'm grounding, I'm getting sun, I'm hydrating, I'm getting some coffee in me. That's how I like to live. It feels way better to be on top of your shit like that. And the bar to be on top of your shit is surprisingly low if you are just consistent. So that's what we got today. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.